All right, so we're looking at where I would put Himeko Nova in terms of DPS on a chart right here this is ever evolving. This is where I'm currently thinking certain characters are. You can agree, disagree on where I place characters. Again, it's ever evolving right now. Actually, I want to make a slight change right here. Where I think characters are, obviously S tier is going to be the top DPS characters with optimal team setup. I'm up in the air with Firefly. And where exactly Himeko Nova is going to be going. Now, obviously with Himeko, there are key aspects when it comes to her. Number one is the new mechanic in the assist skill. While it is really nice allowing her to output more overall damage, having an extra instance of that damage, it's really nice because it allows the main character that is on the turn, let's say for example Sunday, right? When it becomes Sunday's turn, you can do your assist skill, and then you can activate his own skill to boost Himeko Nova, and then you have another instance of the assist skill with Himeko Nova, possibly able to get the ultimate not only with her but with Sunday because of his skill, which, you know, it's a snowball effect. It allows for more overall damage. But another key thing, if we jump down here, is going to be the companion protocols, the verdict and the decimation. For people who don't have an E4 welt, honestly, I don't think decimation is the way to go. I think verdict is probably better, allowing you to have someone like Sparkle, someone like, where are you, Sunday, and even Don Hung PT onto a team, which I think is probably the optimal way to go if you don't have someone like an E4 welt, or if you don't even have someone like a Mortonix blade. I definitely think overall that is probably the best route to be going. You get sustainability with a Don and PT, you also get the attack increase, which Himeko scales off of, and then you get the crit damage, crit rate increases from Sparkle and Sunday combined, right? So it allows for overall damage while also getting a total of 120% overall damage for Himeko Nova. This is a little outdated. It's actually 60 and 60 in game, but you know, it is what it is. But for overall damage, because we gotta take everything into account, obviously the main crux of where her damage is behind is her ultimate, and it is really strong. But even then, her assist skills, if you know, properly played right, are still really damn good. Jumping over to Lycone options, right? Something that Himeko not necessarily struggles with, surprisingly, but I mean, like, her Eidolon is super good. It is probably the best erudition light cone just in general. Being able to ignore enemies' defense, like, you can just end it there, because everything else, obviously, it revolves around Himeko Nova because of the assist skill. But you take that away, and ignoring the enemy's defense by 32% is exceptionally good. Obviously, if you have the Herta light cone, this is very good. The Herta shop light cone is honestly very good as well. I just don't have it. Otherwise, I would be testing it out as well. Probably will. But honestly, if you have just the OG Himeko's Lycone, is extremely good. And then a couple 4 stars that I do think are very good is the Genius's Repose and the Seriousness of Breakfast. These two are exceptionally good. So little versatility when it comes to the Lycone options, but her signature is obviously better. So taking all of that in, including testing with certain characters, the verdict decimation, as well as the light cone options, where would I put her in when it comes to overall damage output and ease of use of play, as I think that is a key factor when it comes to her herself. And truthfully, she goes straight into S tier. And something that I do think is very obvious is that she is way better than Nashville because of the multi-targeted capabilities that she has built in her kit, whereas obviously Asheville is a hunt character. He kind of suffers a little bit from that. Now, when it comes to these other 4 characters, Evernight, Castris, Evanescia, and SW9s, is Himeko better in terms of overall damage capabilities? I definitely think she is by far a better character than Castris, just inherently. I don't think that's really much of an argument. When it comes to Evernight, it's a little trickier because of the fact that Evernight's able to increase her own crit damage with Evie and all of that fun jazz. But yeah, Himeko is still just better. So now we face the two main Elation DPS characters, SW9s and Evanescia. Now let's look at both of these characters just in a vacuum. SW9s, you need ramp up time in order to get the most overall damage from her. Evanescia, you don't need a lot of ramp up time. I've had instances where she is just doing stupid damage, just boom, right off the bat. Is my SW9's E2? Is my Evanescia E1? Yes and yes, and they both have their SIGs as well. But as an E0S1 Himeko Haver, she's doing more damage. Like that's ridiculous. So I definitely think overall DPS wise, she is the best character in the game. Is she a good character for somebody returning to the game, someone brand new to the game? Yes and yes. I think the key fact why she is so good is I mean, obviously is power creep, right? Newer characters come out, they're gonna be slightly better. That is just, you know, that's the big elephant in the room people try to ignore, but I'm just attacking it straight on. The second key thing is that she is a great Astral Express member. So let's say someone who is starting out, granted, I don't know if Donghung PT is still free. I have him on my free account, so I will be trying to get Himeko Nova. But another key part of the team would be adding Sparkle and then Sunday. As I said, if you don't have Mortonic's Blade, then running this setup is great, or an E4 Welt. But the most optimal way from what I have seen when it comes to playing Himeko Nova, regardless of investment level, is like this core right here, and then you have a free option for someone to heal, preferably, where are you, Hyacinth, right there, or some healer of some sort. But an E4 Welt as well as Mortonic's Blade with Himeko Nova is the most optimal way to play. Obviously that final spot could be honestly whomever. You could even put Sparkle, put even Sparkle in there. But overall, I definitely think that Himeko Nova is the strongest character in the game, providing a lot of flexibility with team options. I know it's somewhat restricted with the Astral Express members, but taking it from a vantage point of a player who is relatively new, you also have the MC, who is very good, especially if you get to the remembrance part, being able to provide true damage with Mem and being able to advance action forward. Himeko Nova as well, very good. So yeah, I would say Himeko is the best DPS character, not the best character, just the best DPS character currently in the game.